Catalogs are so much more than just a list of products or features. Catalogs help us make sense of a massive amount of information. Hi, I'm Mike Phillips. In this video, we're going to discuss how to make catalog pages, things you should get right, pitfalls to avoid, why it's important in the context of business, and some homework for you to practice on your own. Let's get started. The bottom line of why catalog pages are important is that they simplify the buyer's journey. And a simple buyer's journey is more likely to convert. This is one of the most direct impacts you can have as a search engine optimization specialist in driving revenue for the bottom line. But even beyond purchases, catalog pages organize information of all kinds. It can reduce employee onboarding, shorten training, and increase overall success at your organization. So why is categorization and structure so important to SEO? Well, quite simply, buyers search for generic keywords when they are early in a buying journey. These generic queries are often phrased in category terms. You might search for new sweaters or sweaters in 2022 rather than looking for a brand name of a sweater manufacturer. This is just one example of a very common search preference. When buyers are very early in their journey, the first thing they think to look for is the category. And your catalog structure is one of the best ways to meet them in the queries that they're asking. It's important to meet buyers where they're at with these early categorical searches because you'll become top of mind. They may not buy that one session. They may look at competitors after you. But if you were there early, as a good answer to one of their categorical searches, when they are prepared to do long tail searches, such as premium sweaters by brand ABC, that brand ABC will be your company name. You will have secured that mind share by being a good answer for a categorical search. You're a good answer for a search with a strong catalog structure. There are several things you need to make sure you get right when you're building your product catalog. Each product in your catalog needs to have critical information to match well for these categorical queries. Make sure pictures, short descriptions, and features are included. Any relevant materials, dimensions, or care instructions should also be present. Safety precautions and certifications, when relevant, are absolutely essential. Always include social proof, customer credentials like reviews, to help validate the purchase. And it goes without saying, but pricing and a strong call to action are essential as well. Think about these things from your perspective as a buyer. You want to know fundamental information about the products in this catalog. You also want to know if it's a good choice to buy it. You don't want to take just the word of the manufacturer for it. That's where the certifications and the social proof come in. And nothing's more frustrating when you're trying to find the right product to find an answer to a query that just does not have complete essential information, like how big something is or how much it costs. The power of a catalog is in its completeness. If you can provide all of the information in this list, you will have a complete, strong answer to a categorical query. The main pitfall when it comes to getting catalog pages wrong is revenue lost. Missing out on capturing those generic categorical queries means buyers are not entering the top of funnel for you. You are not achieving awareness. Buyers are not keeping you top of mind. Even if these buyers are not in market today, generic categorical queries are the most common searches made. You should be present, competitive, and compelling in these early searches. This is how you attract the right buyers, and you make sure that they remain aware of you as they move in market and then down funnel. Not only can neglecting to build your catalog page properly hurt your rankings with Google, it can also reduce the authority of your brand. If you are a good answer for an early query, that is only going to leave a positive impression on an early stage buyer. Failing to do so will make you forgettable at best, annoying at worst. The chapter of business that we are in today makes this even more dire. E-commerce is expected to take even more of the retail pie moving forward into the coming years. In fact, e-commerce is projected to grow over $11 trillion in just the next few years alone. With all this money in play, an increasing number of e-commerce sites want a piece of that pie. You will have more competition and buyers will have more options. And remember, when buyers have options, they don't have patience for poor quality, especially when it comes to product catalogs. The best way to start to apply this knowledge is with a little bit of homework. I want you to take a look at your product catalog. Oftentimes, when they are our products or products that we are close to as an employee, we start to see them for what the vision of the company wants them to be. What we need to do in this assignment is see that product catalog through the eyes of a generic categorical searcher. Let's go back to the sweater example. If you have multiple sweaters in your catalog, you may see them as sweaters you designed 3 years ago versus sweaters you designed this year. It could be possible that your searchers are more interested in whether they are red or blue. Knowing your audience is critical to helping you define the categories that you should use for your catalog structure. One of the best ways to vet this, besides direct customer research, is to examine your competitors. Look at the structures that they are using. If multiple competitors are using the same structure, chances are it's a proven technique that buyers are responding to. You should also look at some competitors that might be lagging behind the industry. See what they're doing different and take that as a counterexample that you maybe should not follow on purpose. When you review your catalog and when you review your competitors, you need to be analytical. The importance here is not to get stuck in the legacy thinking of how these products were developed or were intended to be sold originally, but looking at how buyers are searching for them today. In the end, customer purchases are what fuel our business, so how they search and how they see product structure should supersede how we originated them. You've reached the end of this lesson. We've talked about why catalog pages are important, the critical information you need to include, and some important pitfalls to avoid. We've even gone over some homework so that you can practice what you've learned here today. With e-commerce only expected to grow, the opportunity has never been greater for an SEO specialist to drive real revenue through strong catalog page design. Thank you so much for learning with me. I'm Mike Phillips, and remember, catalog pages have immense power, not just to increase your ranking, but to increase your brand authority as well.